Hey everybody,
welcome back to the channel.
This one's a pretty cool one.
If you've seen our other video on the bikes,
the electric e-bike, if you haven't, I'll throw it up. It'll be one of these corners. I don't even know how it's oriented right now.
It's there somewhere. If not, the link will be down in the description.
But a big thing that we wanted to do for these e-bikes was throw some accessories on there. We did drive them for quite a few miles, standard pretty much, so kind of got a feel for it. Knew we needed a new seat, as we discussed in the last video.
That was like the first thing.
Yeah, so you can imagine. But then there's a whole bunch of other accessories that we have that we're going to put on here. So this should be a pretty simplistic, straightforward video. I hope it kind of shows you guys some of the accessories that you can get for your e-bike, so you realize there's quite a bit you can do to kind of customize it to what you're doing. Anything you see in this video, we'll have links right in the description. So if any of this interests you, you can always check it out there. It is an affiliate link in full disclosure, so it helps us out. Doesn't cost you guys anything, just a quick click.
Yeah, this is what we chose as what we wanted to start with.
Baseline. Yep.
Yeah, yours might change. You might want different panniers, or you might want a basket over the bags. You know, it's all subject to you, I guess. All right, guys, here it is laid out.
Yep.
What we got.
So we're gonna give you guys a quick close-up on a lot of these products and kind of just run through them. So I think you should start with, we'll just do the seat first, definitely.
I love this thing.
So this is a Cloud 9 seat. These things are super comfortable. I mean, it's gel, so like you're gonna enjoy this.
Plus it's got the airflow spot here to get some air up to your area.
Select foam, it's vented, anatomic relief. Sorry, upside down.
Butt bones sit right there, it's nice.
Yeah, so this is something you guys may consider. There are a bunch of options for seats. See what kind of works for you. And
again, goes back to that research that I do. This is one of the top ones for e-bikes. People love this one, so that's what we're giving a shot.
Okay, and then how about this? Because this kind
that
of goes with it.
Yeah.
So this is like a seat shock. So you install this into your bike, you can put your seat on there, and then it actually compresses like a
shock.
Yeah, like a shock. So you get a little extra suspension for your butt.
Yeah, it's a suspension seat post. This one's fairly reasonably priced. I mean, compared to some of them, because you can get some of them that cost like 200 plus. Yeah. This one's like, I want to say 10 bucks or 20 bucks or something like that. But it's one thing with this one is it is a shorter post. So if you're a tall person, you need a longer one. This one might not work for you, but for the price, give it a try.
Again, you're 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot.
And that will work for you. So unless you're pushing, maybe like 6.
Well, maybe some people like their seat really high.
Hey,
I like my feet to touch the ground.
We have some water bottle holders. I don't know if you haven't checked out our video, again, check it out. You'll see the positions that we have, but you'll also see where these can go. There's 2 here right now because we're gonna put one on another bike.
On my wife's bike.
So we just have 2 here. Did you buy it as a 2 kit?
Yeah, it came as 2, yeah.
2, okay, cool. So that
I think these were only like 10 bucks for 2.
Yeah, so that's a good price.
Yeah.
Next thing we wanna go through is a phone holder. I mean, let's be real, everybody always have their phone. You don't want it in your pocket if you're wearing shorts or something baggy.
Work its way out.
It might fall out. Sometimes you need a little bit more access to it in case somebody calls, so you don't want it like in a bag. So this will mount right onto your handlebars.
Plus they do have apps for your phone for biking, so you can know all the trails.
You can keep the GPS too, because it'll follow your route. So bicycle phone holder, definitely recommend one.
For sure. Next would be the mirror. You don't need it on both sides, just pick one that you like. This one happens to be for the left side, because where we're riding sometimes.
Well, if you're riding on the road with traffic, you'd be looking over your left shoulder.
But you could get a right-sided one and mount it underneath your handlebars. It depends how you want to mount it, but I definitely recommend
This is for safety. Yeah, if you're on any roads or anywhere where there is going to be some kind of traffic, it's just better to be safe than sorry. So you get that mirror so you don't have to constantly, like, sometimes I would turn my head around to look, but, you might, kind of twist your handlebars or not see what's in front of you if you take a quick look. So that is something I definitely recommend having.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna want that. I mean, I didn't think I wanted to until I took the first ride. It was freaking me out. So,
and then
a couple just small things to carry in your bags or something to have with you. Some e-bike chain lube. Keep your chain. I mean, if you're in wet conditions, you want to keep it lubed up.
Yep.
It'd be squeaky. This most of you won't need, but this tightens your sprockets if they get loose or have an issue.
Just those nice tools to have, so if you kind of break down on the road or you have a little problem, you can kind of solve it. So that leads into, actually, let's do this first before I get to that toolkit, because it
has a bunch of little things.
So this right here is like a saddlebag that you would see like on a motorcycle.
They call them panniers.
Yep, so you can just...
It's like what's cool about this one.
Well, let's get it in.
It's got
frame here.
the part that goes over that back rack.
Yep, so you'll see it kind of rests just like this.
And then this particular one has another bag that goes on top of that you can put more into.
Yeah, so I put some like clothes or something in there, something small if you wanted to take a sweatshirt with you.
Very affordable.
And then the sides, kind of give you guys a better look. You do have a bunch of little hooks here, so if you want to hang anything small off of here, you're good. Everything's zippered. You have pretty good sized pouches in there.
These come in a couple different colors, black and green.
And it also does have a water bottle.
Yeah, so you got more spots.
So you could carry a whole bunch. Yeah, you have 2 on here. You could carry 2 water bottles with you. Then the other side just mimics
they do have plastic D-rings if you want to hang something off of there.
Yeah, I was saying that anything small off there that you don't want it to hang too low where you might get in the way of your tire, but hang something on the outside of it.
And then this is, you can take this one here that goes on top, you can pull that off and just carry it with you. And it does come with a strap, so you can put this over your shoulder. Like if you go someplace, just take this with you.
Well, if you were throwing a lunch or something small.
Well, if you're getting off your bike going in a store, you can throw this over your shoulder.
if you wanted to keep some stuff with you. Yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
All right, and then that leads us to
the most important safety item.
Oh, well, it wasn't on the table.
We didn't put it on the table, we just thought about it.
Yep.
Your helmet. I know a lot of you might not want to wear one.
But it's just better a lot of the times, especially if you're near a road, definitely. Cause,
yes.
I mean, if a vehicle's hitting you, you're probably going to have a tough day, but keep that brain safe.
Even on trails. A friend of ours went riding the other day, and one part of the trail happened to be slick. He fell over, landed on his shoulder. He's got 4 screws in his shoulder.
Yeah.
So, and his head came close, but he had a helmet on, so that was good.
And some of these helmets do have a whole bunch of things. This one does have, was this a blinker or just a
It does both. It'll blink, it'll go solid. Anything you want, that lets people behind you know.
Yeah, so if you're driving when it's a little bit darker too, you can tell somebody's on a bike. I mean, these bikes do have the rear light, but you know, just
something a little higher.
Yeah, it's just so they know and they're not confusing. Or what is that low red light? They'll know.
And these price range, I mean, you can get them all up to $239 for the ones with the intercom systems.
Yeah, so if you're biking with somebody, it would be really cool.
Which are nice, but for the price of these ones, it does what we need, and it looks pretty good too.
Yeah. And then this takes us to the last, which I'll have you break down to these guys. So everything we're going to be assembling today, we're going to put together with the toolkit that we got for this.
Yeah, this is a little bike toolkit that includes just some things you might need on the trail. Let's pull out what we get out of here first.
I'll hold this for you so you can kind of give
first,
a close-up for stuff.
You got the tire gauge with the pump. This is the pump. So it'll pump up your tires if you're low on air.
This is the attachment for it that goes with it, just so you guys can see.
Yeah, it's the screws in there. You screw on your valve stem. That's good for that. Some of you, another thing I want to get is like an extra tube or something. That will help blow that up. This here is your little kit here. It comes with patches if you need to fix your tube on the road. This here helps get your tire off of the rim. And then, of course, all the little other attachments you need to do that.
Yeah, so you have basically everything with you. So if you needed to patch something
I mean,
up.
for the price of this, really cheap. Like I said, I did a bunch of research on it, value for the money. This is the one.
Oh, good luck. There we go.
The next is the tool kit. This has mostly what you're going to need to install things on the bike, tighten up bolts, things like that. So, I mean, every bike is different, but this one does most of them. And there are higher end ones. This one just came in this kit, and I figured it's a good start. It's got like this here's like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a Allen type thing, a Phillips. You're straight, small Allen key there, bunch of Allen keys here because a lot of things are put on with the Allen keys.
Yep. And
then this here is to fix your chain. Like if you need to change part of your chain out, this is what this does. Helps you pop it out, pop that out. I think the rest of it's in here. Let's see. Well, these are extra bolts and needle valves, but there are things to fix your chain for this. You can get those also. What's the one last thing?
Another tool.
Kind of like a multi wrench. On some of these e-bikes, this don't fit the biggest bolt, like the studs for the wheels. This don't fit it. So make sure
yeah, you have a little bit of space in here once all that's in there where if you find you're going to be using an extra tool or something, you can fit it in here. Or keep in mind, if you do have like the saddlebag, you do have space to put some stuff in there too. So
for sure,
if you find anything that you think you're going to need or something that's specific to your application or your bike, just throw it in there. It's better to have it with you. It's not going to add like a lot of weight with everything in here, but you're going to have that peace of mind if you're out on a trail or somewhere.
Yeah, and this will cover most of what you're going to need.
Up.
So it's pretty nice. There's a bunch of others.
You could put a little first aid kit in here too, like a little baby one, just in case you fall off, get
scrape your knee or
scrape something. Just there's so much stuff you can do here, guys. I mean, the sky's the limit for what you want to carry on there. It really is.
It's just, and the prices range widely. So this is all affordable.
Yep.
Really. So With that being said and all that, let's put some of this on the bikes.
Let's do it. So first things first, we're going to put on the water bottle holder. So this water bottle holder did come with hardware, but
So
our
the bike.
bike already has the hardware too, so he's just taking that out right now.
I'll probably use what was in the bike.
Yeah, because it was already fitting everything to it. Is it a 2-washer?
This one has 2 washers, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just use the one with the bike. This is seriously as simple as lining it up, putting those through, and then tighten them in.
Yeah, and that tool that we showed you.
Right down there.
Oops, dropped it. The tool, yeah, that we showed you has the Allen key needed. But these things did come with an Allen key for it to install it. So can't beat that.
Yeah, get that set. I can assist you if you'd like.
Yeah, I got bigger hands, but see if I can at least get one started.
Oh, I think you're pretty close.
Boom.
There we go.
I think that's your word, isn't it, boom?
Yeah, I know I'd be saying that all the time.
I think I'm gonna let you do this because your hands are smaller.
All right. Well, then you can get the next product going. I'll just tighten this. So we got this in here, guys. It took a little bit longer than we thought it did. So there was a little bit of discrepancy with the holes actually in the water thing. They weren't fully lining up to this. So we just got to drill an oblong the hole, just a little baby bit. It seriously was not much, and it was enough so it actually lined up. So I just put those in there, tighten them in there, and now you have it in here. So I'll just put, boom, there you go. So it's kind of cupped in here and pocketed so your bottle ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, it took me under a minute to make the holes a little bigger. So for the price, it's worth it.
Yeah, you just have a
your
little
bike could be different,
modification.
too.
Yeah, exactly. It might work on yours. Who knows? I'm sure there's going to be some discrepancy from the manufacturer. And so on to the next part.
Yeah, let's go to the cell phone, the handlebar stuff, cell phone holder and the mirror.
So I have the cell phone holder mount. It was really easy to assemble. It doesn't come like this in the box. This comes as its own separate piece, and this comes as its own separate piece. You basically just put the two together and make sure you get the little silicone holder in between. And then what's really nice about this is as I'm putting this on here, no matter where it actually rests on here, this has full range of motion. So you don't have to worry about it being stuck. So just tightening that up and then we're set. So this is with it set up, guys. We do have Samsung Galaxy Note, we're 10s, right?
Yeah.
10, so we're a pretty big phone. It does stretch that amount, but boy, that bottom is a pretty long stretch. You can turn this however you want. I have this tightened right now so I can't rotate it, but you also could turn the screen horizontally if you wanted. The only reason we didn't, because we didn't really want to block our display, so we're just going to keep it vertical right now. So boom, attachment set.
There's the boom.
I can't help
now
myself.
we're going to go on to the mirror. Like I said, we're going to put ours on the left side. This is like our switch to control our display. We're going to probably slide this down so the mirror is furthest to the outside. So we're going to loosen this, slide it over in a little bit, and then we will put the mirror on this outside.
So this was a pretty simple install. It's basically the clip opens, you close it on your handlebars, put the screw through, tighten. I had him sit on the bike and have him stand up so he can kind of adjust to where he wants it. Of course, he might have to move the mirror, but this mirror right here is kind of on a ball pivot a little bit. Like you can go up a little bit, sideways, so you can decide where you want it and then tighten it in here. We will have the tool with us at all times. So
well, that comes in that little kit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll have the tool with us all the time, so if you need to adjust it, it's as simple as loosening this and this mirror will adjust. If you need this to move up or down, you can just loosen that and then tighten it when you're ready. So that one's all set.
So that pretty much lays out the handlebars.
But we jump to Saddlebag maybe?
Let's do the panniers for the back. Yeah, let's put those on.
Awesome. So we put on the Saddlebag. There's a few things we want to mention with this that we noticed. Right here, this strap is supposed to go kind of around here and then latch back in, but this wasn't long enough. So we kind of just wrapped it a few times and then hooked itself in. Back, I mean, you have enough space to hook in the back, but naturally if this went to there and hooked, you know, you would just tighten these up and it would keep it latched down. We do have the metal pieces,
They're the bolts for mounting like your basket under there.
So right now, you can kind of see it poke up a little bit. So what we're thinking about doing is putting a grommet there and then putting a hole through the bag so we can have the grommet actually hold the bag down. So it'll just stay in position.
It'll keep the bag like centered.
Yeah, exactly. It'll just...
And then it'll allow us to be able to put a basket on it still.
And you can also measure exactly center too, right off of those holes to make sure it's completely even.
Right here's the
grommet kit.
Like we were talking about, this would go, like you would see this on the bag, it would come up through it. This is what you would see.
Yep.
And then...
Yeah, so you'd have 4 and it would keep it down and keep it steady.
Centered, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about any of these loosening up, your bag sliding or shifting where it might cause some problems.
So I think that's a good improvement too.
Yeah.
And then
you have
like
that other bag.
yeah, here.
And then here is that other bag. See, how does it hook?
Like that. It just
Oh yeah, and then we have the little clips right here.
buckles. And that gives you even more space.
So when you're driving, I would just keep them all tied in there. And then if you just needed to get to something or do whatever you want to do, you could just unhook them and just... You have
And that bag comes off, and like we said, does have a handle. You can throw it over your shoulder and carry it around with you.
Yep, you do have two to hook, so you'll be good to go. So we're just going to keep this all latched in here for now, but we are going to do that grommet thing, so. And there we are.
Nice.
We just have to take the tag off, but we'll wait.
Yeah, right? I think the next thing we should do is the seat.
Yep.
That's pretty much the rest of what we got,
The
right?
seat's going to take a little bit of adjusting.
It's a
just
little
because
different of
we
a
have
mount.
we have that shock too.
Oh,
that
the
seat
yeah,
goes
the
onto.
shock post.
So that might be a little bit, but we'll get it. So we have our seat assembled with the spring. I just want to show you guys quick. This was pretty simple. A lot of the bottom of the seats that you'll have will kind of have metal pieces that will allow you to adjust the seat. Yo, he's grabbing them. Metal pieces like this that will allow, like they kind of rest on the side and they allow you to kind of tilt the seat forward or backwards.
Then
so,
your post goes up in through there.
Yep, and then it just tightens up. This one's a little bit different. It just kind of just clamps just right here, right on these two metal bars, and then you're good to go. It's that simple.
And they're easy to change out on the bike too.
And it does look like it has little
if you need to adjust
things
your
there.
angle.
So if you needed to actually adjust the seat, we'll find out, but we're good. We did have to squeeze this a little baby bit to get them to line up in there perfectly, just in full disclosure, just so you know, in case it doesn't work. So we're gonna take the seat out. Oh, and one thing I wanted to add, right at the bottom of here, you can adjust the actual tension. So depending on how much you weigh, how much you want it to spring or not spring.
Another thing we were showing you, see the length of the post?
Yeah.
This one's a much shorter post. Sorry, I had you guys out of frame. Much shorter post, so if you're somebody who needs your seat real high, this might not work for you because this has a minimum insertion area.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see if that works for us.
I wanted to show you too. Now you could see what it looks like on like original one that you're normally gonna see on a bike is kind of like that. And you can see the new one. I kind of like how the new one is, honestly. It's easier to do with just a 5mm Allen key.
Yep, and that comes in that kit.
Yeah, in that kit we had. So as we were saying, pretty much everything, we did have to pinch it, so we grabbed some of these, but you might not have to. So let's try to put this in here, see if it fits. Everything's going pretty good.
There's that insertion line. Make sure you go as far as you're supposed to. Do you see the line?
I already passed it.
Or go to that minimum spot.
Minimum insertions right there. That would be the
That'd be too tall, huh?
That would be your max height, which is tall. I think you're going to need it right around there.
I'll have to get on it and find out, but yeah. Oh, not there.
We're going to have to tighten this a little bit.
All right, just do that then. Turn that a little more.
There you go. It's about as tight as I can.
Yeah, I just don't want to slide down freaking me out while I'm driving. There we go.
So that already looks pretty freaking
Zoom.
tall. Yup, that's tall for me, but you might be good.
Is
Ooh,
it?
yeah.
Is this? See, this is what I mean by it's a suspension.
Bang, 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 bang.
See?
That's comfortable
That's
too.
nice.
That's pretty good. I like that. I'd have to drop the seat. I'm only like 5'8", so if you're a short guy, you're gonna have to drop that seat some.
So that's just showing you this was shorter, but it has.
You know what? Let me grab the camera from you. Give her a whirl.
It does have what we need.
So weight comparison too of how much it's going down.
It's even a little too tall for me. Boy, I do like the seat though. Dang.
So would you want more compression, or does that feel comfortable? You think? Because you think about any little bump you're gonna hit is gonna.
No, I think that's
you.
good. Because your feet are going to be on the pedals, which will lift some of your weight. But
so I mean, I don't know exactly how much you weigh, but just say 200 pounds. That's how much it's moving, or a little over.
no, yeah, I like that. I mean, it's nice.
I'm like what, $170.
And it's almost the right like tip forward, so it doesn't push on the the area.
And all of that, guys, is adjustable. So if you want the seat to go like this, and then you always can turn it like that. So,
yeah, but the suspension part of that.
I'm actually really liking it. Like that looks nice.
I'm digging it. Ow.
And I think that was every accessory I have on here. We just have to make sure.
Here's a little one.
The tool.
These bikes have the keys. What we did was put on one of these paracord keychains. That way we can clip this on one of the wires there, so in case the key happened to fall out, it'll just fall down.
Well,
you can see it.
You can show them where we're attached.
Or you just clip it on your belt loop.
Yeah, just show
if you
them
get off.
kind of how it goes on there. We have a few cables right here. This little one. So you'll put your key in.
Yeah, and there's no weight to these keys, so
yeah,
and then we just
attach right onto there. So that way you can see if your key for some reason fell out,
Oh, it's in the lock. Just
there we go. If it just fell, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. You would know, and you still have your key.
Right, so that's cheap insurance, really. It does come with 2 keys, but if you don't happen to have that other one on you or something, it works nice. I think that's all the accessories we got for right now.
So I wanted to show you guys this. It's pretty cool. So we took our bag off the bike because we wanted to put the grommet set in here. We messed up on this one. Don't worry, you won't notice it. We just can't really take it out at the moment. But it's grommeted in here really nice. So now, actually, you can pick it up and take it here so we can kind of show them why we did it.
Yeah, these are the brass grommets. You can see these bolts. You could take those out, but we plan on using those, so we wanted to keep it there.
Yeah, so now you could technically still use the bolts enough, or we could put something on top of it.
See, and this will help keep it centered.
Yep. So
I mean, we're still buckling it, but
yeah, but now it has a, I call it a guide.
yeah, and even if you wanted to, you could take these bolts out and then screw them because they have washers.
Yeah.
Just screw them, and it'll help even hold your bag down even better.
Yep. That way, in case any of these came loose, you'd still be pretty stationary.
Right, so we're just going to do what we did. This is
Buckle
awesome.
that back up.
And we'll give them a final look of what it looks like with the accessories. All right, guys, there you have it. The accessories we got so far on there. We got the panniers, saddlebags, whatever you want to call them on. We did that upgrade with the brass grommets. That was pretty awesome. The suspension seat with the Cloud9 seat, world of difference. Of course, your mirror. It's going to help you see behind you if you're riding on some busy roads. We also got your phone holder, which, like we said, everybody's got their phone attached to them. It's the government control. And then, what else? That's it up here, right?
Yeah.
What else do we do? Oh, your cup holder or your sport bottle holder.
I kind of like
the
sport bottle holder part just because it's already enclosed. Like there's no
accident. It can't fall out.
It's in there, so you're good. And
so that's what we got so far, guys.
That favorite edition was definitely this. I think that's cool. And since we did put the grommets, we can actually put, just like that one, we could put a basket or something right on the back and have storage space on the sides. This bag that is on top here, we could just probably hook it onto our side of our basket if we needed to. Give you
because it has
an extra
buckles.
tier of space.
Yeah, I like it.
So that'll be cool to put that basket on there, I think. Take it to the store, pick up a gallon of milk.
We'll have to figure a way to make the basket quick on, quick off. Like this one here is bolted, you would have to unbolt it, but we can find a way to make it so
I would
maybe studs with a cotter pin or something to hold it there.
You could do studs with a cotter pin, or almost do something like, you know how like an air hose clamps on that? You just have it, so it's almost like hooking an air hose on and it keeps it taut. Like something that. That's as quick as I could think, because you could just go and it's all done. But yeah, so many possibilities. So that sums up this video of the attachments that we put on the electric e-bike.
So far.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll find some more as you get driving some more. Or maybe you'll find different attachments. As we were saying earlier, definitely trying to put a basket there.
Yeah, a quick detach basket.
I mean, I wouldn't mind one in the front, but like I kind of like how that looks right now. I think a basket might be a little bit weird.
A small basket or something.
Yeah. Oh, you could put a nice GoPro mount on here. Just keep it there, somewhere on here, so you can always record.
I'm surprised we didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I think I have. Well, the one I have is orange.
Well, I have one that's black. Well, yeah, I'll probably mount. There's Spy here too.
Yeah, just so you can kind of record your journey. And, yeah. So that sums up this video. If you guys could hit that like button. Drop a comment below if you have any questions. We get to all of them. You guys really should head to that comment section. Let us know what you think about the attachments we put on this, or the electric e-bike in general. I know I said it a few times, but I'll throw that video that we did up there in one of these corners. Please check that one out if you haven't already. This bike's fantastic.
And if you guys got some other ideas of things to put on here that's useful, let us know.
Yeah, because
we'll strap it on there.
We definitely listen to your guys' feedback and some of your comments. I mean, that fuels a lot of either the videos we do or some plans of things we want to do in the future.
Yeah, so love this thing.
Subscribe if you haven't already. All you have to do is hit that button. It's so easy for you guys to do. It helps us out tremendously.
And we like we said, we will leave links to all this stuff down in the comment section below. They are affiliate links. They help our channel out. We appreciate that very much.
Yep, because we put a bunch of time into these videos. So I think that's
going to sum it up.
Everything we need. So you do our outro.
Until next time, guys, try something new.
Do a little bit of everything.